Get ready with me while I tell you things my ex-boyfriend did and I still stayed. We met for the first time on November 1st, made it official on November 4th, and then he asked me to have sex with him that same night, on the day we made it official. Which I said no, of course, because that's crazy. We were watching anime together, and I said that one of the girls on the screen was hot. Like, I was just admiring one of the characters. And he started crying and said that he didn't think I loved him because I was calling cartoon characters hot. Literal cartoons. He cried for like 10 minutes about it and like would not speak to me. From the minute we started dating, he asked for my location and would check it constantly. He always had to know where I was going at all times. And he would get mad if I didn't tell him. If I wanted to go to Dunkin's 3 minutes down the road, I had to tell him. If I had a last-minute rehearsal, I had to tell him because he needed to know where I was at all times. And he would spam me with texts until I told him where I was going. There was one time I stayed at school for an hour longer because I was talking to my music director for a show, and I forgot to tell him because, like, I'm talking to a teacher. I'm not going to text my boyfriend that I'm at the school. He checked my location, saw that I hadn't left yet, and he accused me of hiding at the school and cheating on him with his best friend. Throughout the entire relationship, he accused me of cheating on him with his best friend. I had known his best friend for 4 years, and we were just friends. But every time I was with him, he accused me of cheating on him with his best friend. He tried to watch me use the bathroom. His bathroom was connected to his bedroom, but it was also connected to the living room. There were 2 doors. I locked one of them, and I forgot to lock the one that connected to his bedroom. He opened the door, and I said, "No, I'm not comfortable with that. Leave. Like, I don't want you watching that. That's weird." He said, "Okay," and left the door open a crack and watched me through said crack. He constantly asked for pictures and got upset when I didn't send them to him. Even, like, they weren't even nudes. They were just, like, "I want to see a picture of you in the mirror," or "I want a picture of your face." But he would only ask, like, at night, at, like, 10 p.m. And at that point, I'm in my bed, I have my bonnet on, I have a face mask on. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting up. And frankly, I didn't even want to send the pictures anyways. Like, my philosophy is there's no need for pictures if you're going to see it in person. There's no reason to risk that and get them sent around. So I was totally against it. I was like, no, I'm not sending pictures. And he would get mad at me and constantly be like, "Please, please, please, please send them. Please, I need to see it right now." And it's like, no, you can wait. He told me that he needed to be my top priority above everything and that I wasn't making enough time for him. And mind you, I was spending all of my free time with him. I did not have any time to myself because I was devoting my entire life to this guy. I do theater, so our rehearsal schedule is pretty, like, intensive. We have a lot of rehearsals. Any day that I didn't have a rehearsal, I was at his house. I'm not gonna skip a rehearsal to see my boyfriend because that's ridiculous. So he actually got mad at me when I wasn't spending time with him, even though I put all of my free time into him. He told me that I had too many friends and spent too much time with them, so he told me that he wanted to convert me to introversion. In doing so, he drove me away from all of my friends. I didn't speak to my best friend for maybe 2 months because he was convinced that I had too many friends and didn't make enough time for him, even though he was, like, the only person I ever saw. I was at his house so much that his family was like, "Don't your parents want to see you?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I literally can't." We fought a lot during our relationship, which is normal. It's a high school relationship. You're not going to expect much else. But the issue was we couldn't talk through it because he never heard out my side of the story. If he had done something to wrong me, which happened a lot, I would bring it up with him to explain why it made me upset and like, "Hey, like, we're fine. I just want you to know that you did this to me and it hurt me." He wouldn't listen to me at all and would just say that I was overreacting or like blame it on me and be like, "It's your fault. You should have spoken up." He said that a lot. He was like, "You should have told me in the moment." I did. And you didn't listen and you kept doing what you were doing to me. Because of all of this, he made a 2-minute apology video pretty much blaming all of the things he did to me on having too much caffeine. Mind you, he had 11 Celsiuses in 1 week. He was fine. It was not the caffeine's fault. After all of this, I tried to break up with him 3 times. He said no the first 2 times, which is kind of crazy because if I'm saying I want to break up, you don't just be like, no, we can no, we're breaking up, we're done. Months after we finally did break up, he confronted me about the rumors I was spreading, which was just me telling my story because he, like, assaulted me. So I was just sharing my story. And when I explained my side of the story to him, he said he didn't remember and he asked if I had any evidence. Evidence of assault? No. It was all in person. Do you want me to whip out an audio recording? Like, what? But anyways, I hope this was entertaining because my ex-boyfriend was actually evil. Thank God I was only with him for 2 months, but it could have been a lot longer. Finally put my foot down and broke up with him on the 3rd try. But thank you for watching, and I'm so sorry if you had a similar experience, because it actually is the worst feeling. Get ready with me while I tell you codenames I've used for my past crushes. Not all of these codenames were for my crushes. All of the names that I'm listing today are from a Google sheet that I have pulled up from my sophomore year of high school with my best friend. And these aren't boring names like apple or pineapple. These were like actual names that had lore behind them, and I'm gonna explain them. Number 1, we have Elle Woods. He had this name for 2 different reasons. Surface level, the simple reason is because he was just very, very blonde. The second reason, and she's gonna watch this, so she's gonna know who it is, but it's okay because I don't like him anymore. He has a sister named Reese, and the girl who plays Elle Woods in the movie is Reese Witherspoon, so it just like worked out perfectly. Number 2 is Captain Hook, or alternatively, James Charles. Captain Hook had a story behind it. He does theater with us, and he had played 2 different pirate characters. Somebody discovered our codename for him, of Captain Hook. So we came up with one on the fly. We came up with James Charles. Literally no story behind it, just a random celebrity that we could think of. Number 3 is Ted from the Lorax. This one doesn't have as much of a story. To put it plainly, he looks just like Ted from the Lorax. In his yearbook photo, he wore the shirt that Ted wears in the movie, so we called him Ted from the Lorax, and it just kind of stuck. Number 4 is Megan Thee Stallion, or alternatively, Doja Cat. I actually don't remember where either of those codenames came from. These were codenames that my friend came up with. He was in our Spanish class sophomore year, and I think she was listening to one of those artists at the time, and the codename kind of sparked from that. Number 5 is Donald. And the reason for this is because this guy was constantly compared to my dad, like looks-wise. Everybody told me that he looked just like my dad, and my dad's name is Donald, so that's where that name came from. Number 6 is Smurfette. The story behind this one is he had extremely long hair. It kind of looked like Smurfette's. Not in a bad way, of course, but he just had longer hair, so we used that for the codename. Number 7 is Timothy Chalamet, or alternatively, Willy Wonka, which ironically is played by Timothy Chalamet, and I think that's why we picked the name. He got compared to Timothy Chalamet a lot, specifically between me and my best friend. They had the exact same hair and a very similar face shape. Number 8 is Roddy the Rat, or alternatively, and I don't know, he's gonna watch this, but I actually don't care. Alternatively, we used the name Wyatt, which was the name of a talking stage that I had freshman year. It wasn't even really a talking stage, like I had a crush on him, and I didn't know what his feelings were. But we still spoke at times because we did community theater together that didn't happen at my school. So people knew who he was and knew that I used to like him. So when I was talking about this boy, I would use Wyatt's name as a cover-up. And it actually worked out really well. Like sometimes we would literally be talking about this boy in front of him using Wyatt's name, and he wouldn't know. Wyatt, if you're seeing this, I'm so sorry. Oh, and the story behind Roddy the Rat is because he looks like him. But like in the good way, if that makes sense. Number 9 is Chester the Cheetah. If you don't know who that is, it's the Cheetos cheetah. And the story behind this one isn't like revolutionary. It's literally as simple as he's ginger and it's an orange cheetah. That's the whole story. Now we don't use any of these code names anymore. We really don't have any need to. This was like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years. I hope this was entertaining because I know I definitely enjoyed making this video. And let me know what the craziest codename is that you've ever used for a crush. And thank you for watching. Hi sir, what can I get for you today? Yeah, can I just get 1 matcha latte for my wife? Oh yeah, of course, that'll be right out. Okay, and here's your matcha latte. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go bring this to my wife. Ma'am, my wife said there's something wrong with this matcha latte. It tastes like coffee. Oh, I am so sorry about that. I don't know why that happened. Let me go remake it for you. So I make his matcha latte again. And mind you, I was new to this job. I had never made a matcha latte before, had not been trained on matcha lattes. So I hear the word latte and I think espresso. So I put espresso in his matcha latte. Yes, I am so sorry about that, sir. Here is your matcha latte. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go run this out to my wife again. Ma'am, I don't know what's wrong with this. My wife said it tastes like coffee again. I think there's espresso in it. Can you try it? I'm sorry, you want me to try your coffee? Like, hand it back to me and have me taste it? Yeah, I promise, like, only my wife has had her mouth on this. I haven't touched it. Can you just try it? Sure. Yeah, I'm so sorry. This definitely does have espresso in it. Let me go remake it for you. So I make his matcha again. This time I didn't put espresso in it. Here you go, sir. I'm so sorry about that. Oh yeah, this looks much better. Thank you so much. Why would I try a man's matcha latte? I don't know. I was maybe 1 month into my job, Had not ever made a matcha latte before. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to put espresso in it. I thought this guy was making a special request for a no espresso matcha latte. But I've never tried a customer's drink ever again because that was weird. I don't know what I was thinking. It was a closing shift. I was ready to go home. I just wanted to finish this guy's drink and leave. I have a picture of the drink. This is the drink. That's the matcha latte with espresso in it. Doesn't that look disgusting? And I tried that. I'm not even blaming the customer, it was me being stupid. But actually, what is that? Disgusting. I don't even know why I thought that was like okay to hand out to a customer or drink. But you live and you learn. Welcome to part 1 of trying on everything that I own. Today we're starting with dresses. The reason I'm starting with dresses is because our spring semi-formal is coming up and I haven't picked a dress yet. So what better way to pick one than to try everything on? I don't know how many I have, so we're gonna figure it out now. After going through my whole closet, I have 18 dresses here to try on. And number 1, I do not see a world where I would ever realistically wear this. It's a little short and a little boxy as well. It's not very skin tight. Also, the chest part is above my chest. My chest ends here. This one ends here. I think I can safely say I can get rid of this one. I'm not usually a huge fan of how I look in tube tops, but honestly, I really like the fit of this. I was actually expecting to get rid of this one because I didn't think I liked it, but I think I like it. I think this dress is also super pretty. I think I wore this dress for my 15th birthday like 3 years ago. I do think it is really pretty, but I feel like it's gotten its use out of it. I don't know, I'm looking in the mirror and I actually feel like it is pretty cute. I think I'm gonna keep it for now, but if I decide I've kept too many things, I'll get rid of this one. I think this dress is also super pretty. Don't mind how see-through it is. The back is really pretty, but I don't know how to tie it, so ignore that. I never wear white, but honestly, I think I totally could. I actually do like this one, so I think I am gonna keep it. I actually found another dress, so there's 19, and it's this one. I'm not a huge fan of this part here. It's like not attached, so it just like comes out. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I actually don't know why I bought this one. It still has the thrift tag on it. Now that I'm looking at it, it actually is super flattering. I just don't know when I'd wear this. Like, this isn't my style, really. I think I am gonna get rid of it, but I am appreciating what it does for me, so thank you to this dress. This dress is super cute, but I think it's getting a little small on me. I'm spilling out of the sides a little bit, and the cups aren't where they're supposed to be on me. I was able to wear this like freshman, sophomore year of high school. I think senior year going into college, this isn't gonna fit. I'm okay with letting this one go. I've gotten my use out of it. I think this dress is really pretty as well. It's very flattering up top and also in the back. I think this one is super pretty and honestly could be a contender for the semi-formal. So let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely gonna keep it. Okay, this is the next dress. I think it's super cute and also super flattering. However, I would have to wear no bra with this or like the little stickies. I don't love that. I think it is pretty, just realistically I wouldn't wear it. It also is see-through here, so you can totally see the bra underneath. Not a huge fan. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. This dress is also super pretty. I made a video with this one a while ago and people really liked it. I don't know where I would wear it. Oh, the formal, hello. This actually totally could be a contender for the semi-formal, so let me know. Definitely keeping this one. I think it is super pretty and really flattering. I really like this one. Okay, this next dress I think is pretty. I don't think it's the most flattering on me. Something's going up with the chest area that I'm not a huge fan of, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't think I've ever actually worn this dress out, and I honestly don't know why. It is really pretty. It's a little open for my liking, but I don't hate it. I also have it in pink, so I'm gonna pick one to keep and one to get rid of. This is the pink one. I think blue is the clear winner. I don't like how I look in pink. I just wanted to try it. I'm gonna get rid of this one and keep the blue. Okay, I would say that this would be an option for the semi-formal, but every single time I've worn this dress, something bad has happened. I have such like negative associations with it. I think it's just time to get rid of it and get rid of that bad energy. It is cute. I do like the back, but I think it's time to get rid of it. Okay, this is the next dress. I think it is really pretty. The slit is a little high. However, I do really like how this dress looks, so I'm gonna keep it. Okay, next is this black dress. I wore this to homecoming my junior year. I don't know what I was thinking. It definitely kept me warm. Like, the long sleeves were great, but it's not the most flattering, so we're gonna get rid of it. This is the next dress. I believe I wore this to homecoming sophomore year. That is what the back looks like. It's pretty open. I feel like the shape of this dress isn't the most flattering on me. I think I might keep it. I have not worn this dress since 8th grade, I think. It's definitely cute, but I feel like I don't like the little tassels at the bottom. The back isn't anything special. It's just a regular like flat dress. I think I am gonna keep it. I thought I was gonna get rid of it, but honestly, I kind of like it. And I could wear this to the semi-formal because I haven't worn it since middle school. Okay, and this is the last and final dress. I haven't worn this since my freshman homecoming. I do think it's pretty and I like that the glitter doesn't transfer, but it's the same thing as the red dress. I feel like it doesn't do much like figure-wise. It is really pretty though, and honestly, I think I could wear it again. I think this could also honestly be a potential contender for the semi-formal. I just don't know if I like it more than the other ones, but I'm gonna keep it. Okay, I put PJs on because I want to be comfortable after all of those dresses, but I managed to get rid of 9 dresses out of the 19. So getting rid of almost half is honestly a pretty good accomplishment. I'm really happy with the ones that I kept, and I'm super excited that these can find a loving home. Honestly, none of them were actually ugly. It's just that they didn't fit anymore, or I wouldn't have another occasion to wear them. I'm really happy I did this, and I have a bit of a better idea of what I can actually wear to the semi-formal. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and also let me know what I should try on next. Tank tops, sweaters, pants, let me know. Thank you for watching. This is my attempt to speak for 1 minute straight without using any filler words. I've seen a lot of people do this, and I wanted to try it myself. I have a really bad habit of using filler words in my speech, and I know I need to get better at it, so I want to practice. I'm going to tell you about my day, so I have something to talk about without using the filler words. I had 4 classes today, 3 of which that I really enjoy, 1 not so much. I had my walk-in class this morning where I talked with one of my friends the entire class. I had chorus with the freshmen where I'm helping out with them, and I'll be performing in concert with them tomorrow. I then had a study hall after lunch, and I worked on college application stuff. I completed my entire activities list in Common App. And then I had AP Stats, which was actually kind of fun today. We started a new unit. Not a new unit, but a new lesson in the unit. I kind of understand it. It's a lot of graphing. We are way above 1 minute. I'm going to keep going. After school, I met with a teacher at the elementary school because I'm going to be starting an elementary internship. I plan on majoring in education in college, so I want to get experience in high school in a classroom to make sure that's definitely what I want to do with my life. She was so sweet, and I'm really excited to work with her. After that, I went back to school because we had rehearsal for She Kills Monsters, our fall play. And it went really well. We did a full run-through of the show. I missed part of it because I was at the internship meeting, but for the parts that I was there for, it went very well. After rehearsal, I went to my boyfriend's house and I took his dogs out and fed them, gave them treats, because he's on a cruise right now, so I'm in charge of dog sitting. My sister came with me, and we cuddled with them before we left to go home. And now I'm at my house. I did my college essay. I wrote 3. Well, is that a filler word? I don't think so. I'm going to keep going because I want to finish my sentence. I didn't write 3 tonight. I have written 3 in total, and I finished the 3rd one tonight. I'm taking college comp in school, and we have to write 3 college essays in total to pick one to submit as our final one. And I think the one that I wrote tonight is going to be the one. They've kept getting better and better as I've written them, and I was very proud of the one that I did tonight. I almost said another filler word. And that's where I'm at now. I felt motivated today. Yesterday was a little off. That's a pimple patch. Yesterday was a little off. I wasn't in the best mindset. I tried cleaning my room, but I got overwhelmed because of how much laundry I had. So I ended up stopping, and I tried to come back to it today, and I ended up skipping it and moving right to college essay stuff. But that might have been a filler word. But I felt motivated today because I did my college essay. And now it's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm going to go to bed. I went almost 4 minutes without any filler words. That's pretty impressive. I noticed I had to take a lot of pauses to think about it. I almost said the words, and I had to, like, sit and think. But I'm getting better at it. Like, I jinxed myself. Okay, we made it to 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Good job, me. Let's talk stage kisses and how to prepare for one in high school. I'm currently going into my senior year, and I have had to do 2 stage kisses in high school, both during my junior year. My first tip is always be aware of your comfortability and your stage partner's comfortability with the kiss. If you are not comfortable fully kissing somebody, there are so many ways to avoid that, but still make it look real to the audience. When my school did Shrek, our Fiona and our Shrek didn't want to kiss, so they just did a little side kiss. They kissed each other's cheeks, and it looked totally real from the audience. It also depends on the scene itself. When I did Phantom of the Opera as Christine, I had to kiss Raoul, and it was during All I Ask of You, which is a really sweet ballad. It's them just sharing their love for each other and being like, I'm with you, no matter what happens. So it's not a passionate, like, it's not a sexy kiss. It's a very lovey-dovey, like, little peck, like, hold it there. And that's exactly what we did. It was just a quick peck, we held it, and then we pulled away, and it was fine. When I did Little Shop, which is where a lot of these comments are coming from about the stage kiss, we were pretty much making out on stage. No tongue to answer all those comments, but we were doing like the movement of it, because in Suddenly Seymour, she has finally gotten away from her crazy ex-boyfriend, and she's in love with Seymour. Like, it's this big, passionate scene. So that's where a makeout would be a little bit more appropriate. If you've seen the Broadway version, they like go at each other, literally eating each other's faces off. But we only did that because we were both comfortable with it. We had talked about it beforehand, and we were like, hey, are we comfortable with this? Yes, we are. Okay, let's do it. There always needs to be a conversation ahead of time of what the game plan is. Our show performed in July, and we had been talking about the kiss like at least a month prior, just making sure we knew where we were at and what we would actually be doing. The last thing that you want is for one person to expect it to be a makeout and the other person to expect it to be a peck, because that can make for a very awkward stage kiss and also make it awkward for both actors. Once you've had that conversation, you can treat the kiss as just a part of your blocking, because that's truly what there is. There's no actual romantic feelings behind it. It's just for the show. If you were a love interest and you told your stage partner that you loved them, of course you don't actually love them, but it's acting, and that's just what the kiss is as well. Treating it as part of the blocking and not overthinking it in any way is going to make it so much easier for both actors, because in the end it truly is just acting. So if you think of it that way, it might make it a little bit easier for you. And the last tip is to chew gum or eat a mint before you have to do the kiss, if possible. Not only will this make your breath smell good and make it a little less nerve-wracking for both actors, but chewing gum also relieves stress. So if you chew gum beforehand, that'll help release some stress and help you mentally prepare. I hope this was helpful. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments. And if you like this type of content, I post a lot of theater content, especially when I'm actively in a show, which is going to be happening within the next few weeks. So if that interests you, follow for more.